bitch, I'm hoping you fucking rest in peace.
Hey guys, Chingachu here for my first video, and this, hopefully it will be a series if you guys want me to continue it, but in this video I will be showing you how to make a simple batch RPG. This is a quick, little demonstration of what I've been working on the past 3 days, sorry, wrong step, but currently you can fight. We have a couple different settings. Stats, a working save feature. You can go back to the main menu, and it's pretty cool. And we have a fully functioning saving system. So the first thing you want to do is you want to create any folder, you can put it anywhere on the computer. I'm just gonna call this tutorial RPG. Then you want to open up that folder, right click and create a new text document or text file. Call that whatever. I'm just gonna call it tutorial RPG. I forgot to change that to .bat. So what this is gonna do is it's gonna change it to a batch file. Currently it does nothing, so it's gonna appear with this error. So you just want to right click, edit with whatever you have open. There's Notepad. I use Notepad++. Don't mind this thing, but if basically, I want to demonstrate what happens if you don't do @echo off. This is what will happen. Sorry, that looks a bit complicated, but one sec, please. Let's launch that. This is what would happen. It would show every single command, and we don't want that, so we have to do @echo off. This is something I like to throw in just so it's a bit better, just so it looks a bit better. You want to do title and then the name. So we're gonna do title tutorial RPG. Then if you guys want it to be a bit more organized, at the start when the game launches up, you can use the go-to command, which goes to another line, but it has to start with that. Basically different sections of the code. And you want to do go-to, I'm gonna call this initial, if I can spell, initial_launch. You guys can call it whatever you want. I like to throw in comment 0 there. And we're just going to throw in a comment saying main menu. And then you have to put a column before the actual name. Otherwise, it's just going to crash because it doesn't know where this is in the code. Then you just want to type in initial launch or whatever you typed in for the go-to command. Then for the main menu, we're going to do echo main menu. Then we're going to put a little line under that to make it look a bit better. Then echo. So basically what echo does is it's displaying a message to the user. I'll just demonstrate what this will look like if we launch up the game. Basically we launch that, it'll say main menu, and if we press any buttons, it's just gonna crash. So we're gonna use echo again to set up the main menu. So we're gonna do new character, then we're gonna do echo 2, and then load character, and then echo 3, which means quit. Then we're gonna do, I like to put a couple empty lines here. So basically what echo dot does, there is no space between that. What that does is it leaves a blank line before the next command. So we're gonna do 2 of those, and set/p, which is basically giving the player or the user a choice on what they want to do. So this is basically setting a variable of what the answer would be. So I usually use player input, which is what I used in the game I was showing before. Then equals. Then put the thing you want to display, like the message you want to display before user input. I usually do either that or this symbol right here. I'm going to use this symbol for it's just quicker. Then I'm going to add a comment here. If statement for script above. All these comments are optional. Just do them so it's organized. and then we're gonna do if. Basically, if you put two percentages like that, then put in the variable name, it's calling that variable that we set up there. Otherwise, if we did if player input without these, it wouldn't recognize the variable. And then if player input, you can either do EQU or equals. Basically equals is setting something, and equals is checking or comparing it to the value you want to enter. So we're gonna do if percentage player input equals 1. Oh damn it, sorry. We're gonna do go to new character. You guys can call this whatever you want. I'm gonna call it new car or character. Then you guys can copy and paste this, but for the sake of the video, I won't. Just repeat the line, except instead of 1, you need to put 2. Then instead of new character, we're gonna do load character, and you just want to type in the same thing again, but this time, if it equals to 3, you just want to type in exit. So if we test this right now, it's gonna give us a choice like this, and that's definitely gonna close it. Basically, if we press enter, it's gonna close it, or if we type in anything else, it's gonna close. Or if we add more sections in the future, it's gonna skip to those if we just press enter. So what you want to do to avoid that, you want to type in go to, then we call the initial launch here. So you want to basically use the same thing we did here and just put it in there. So we're going to put in go to initial launch. Now, instead of it crashing, wait, sorry about that, basically we should go to launch, but we're going to do set player input equals to 0 every time we come here. Basically, okay, so now it's going to work. You have to set player input to 0, but not /p, otherwise it's going to ask the player for input. But the reason it's having this is because we need to use a special command at the start of this. We can either put it after that, or before. I'm going to put it before it, and that is CLS. That's going to clear the screen. So if we save that, we run it again, it's going to run perfectly. So once we've done the main menu, we can start with creating a new character. Now we're just going to type in just a quick comment, and then we're going to do column, new car, as we specified here, and then we can go CLS to clear the screen once again, then echo new character, and then enter. On a new line, we're just going to put in echo, then a line below that. Then we're going to ask what they want their name to be. What do you want, you all? Actually, instead of that, we're going to put what's your name, because it's quicker. Then echo dot, then set /p player input equals then the same thing we put right here. And this is, I forgot to do this again, but we need to set player input to 0 again. Then we're going to set up the if statements here. Then, but we don't have to put another one of these here, because after this runs, it's going to go to these lines here. Now we're going to check that if player input, remember to put them inside percentages, equals, we're going to add an option to go back, which is echo 1, go back, and then 1, we can go to initial launch, which is basically taking us back to the main menu. Now if we run it here, it's going to ask us what our name is, and we can go back to the main menu. Now once we're after this, what we can do is we can do set and then player name, or you can do name, but I'm going to use player name just so we can recognize it later on. However, this is longer. You can name it whatever you want, just remember it. And then we're going to do equals to percentage player input. Now to make sure that works, we're going to do echo player name and percentage. Then we're going to pause it. I tend to do that because it just, so that way it doesn't give you a pause message. But we're going to make a new character. We're going to call this test, and as you can see, it displays the name. So as you can see, that's working perfectly fine. Then we can go to what's it called? Wait. Else, and like that. And this should work. If it doesn't, I'm sorry about that. I'll cut that out. Then I'm gonna go to new car. So that's in case, that's in case they don't enter anything. Wait, sorry about that, guys. Let me just quickly go through the code of my other game that I have. It's this. I spent ages making this. Let's quickly test this out. So the way I did it in here was for new character. It would say set player name to player input. Then it would go to set up stats, which is what we're gonna do here. And go to set up stats, or you can call it whatever you want. Set some new players stats, just another comment to keep everything organized. Then we're going to do column, set up stats, and then you don't have to put any echoes here. Basically what we're doing is we're going to set all the stats that we're going to use later on in the game. Now the stats that I'm going to use are HP, gold, or you can do money. Wait, sorry about that, guys. HP we're going to set to 100. Then XP equals 0. Then XP max, so we're going to use both of these later on. And then XP max, what that's doing is later on we're going to check if XP is over XP max. And if it is, we're going to increase the player's level and give them a special reward. XP max, we can set that to whatever you want. Just I tend to make it 250 in all my games. Then below that, we're going to do set level equals to 1. Set gold equals to 50. I'm actually going to go with 25. Then what else should we add? Oh yes, we have to do wep, which is short for weapon. We're going to set that to 0 because these are the weapon. We're going to use that for weapon IDs. Then set wep dis, which is short for weapon display. I'm going to call it fist, so you guys can call the standard one whatever you want. Then set arm, which is armor, to ID 0, and set arm dis, which is armor display, to none. Then I'm going to go to startup save, or you guys can call this whatever you want. This is where the code will get a bit tricky, and I won't be able to explain it as well. Then we're gonna type in what we called it there with the asterisk, with the column before, like we do for all of these, and we're gonna put this in brackets. Then this bit can be a bit boring, but we're gonna have to do echo, and then all the variables we set up here, except in percentages. So we can do echo percentage XP, and we're just gonna do these real quick. I'm gonna go through them fast, or as fast as I can. I'll level. Sorry if this is a bit boring for you guys. This is something you need to do if you want it to be able to save. Otherwise, the game is gonna be very bad. And we can test that after we finish this code real quick. And then, okay, so we've done wep. We have to do wep dis, arm ID or arm, then arm dis, and then we're gonna put this symbol, which is saying put it into what. Then we're gonna do. You guys can either call it save, but I'm gonna call it player name. for ease, like ease of use or whatever, then .sav or whatever type of file you want. You guys can do .bat, .sav, whatever you guys want. And then, now I believe I've done everything correct. If we go ahead and test it, if I can find it again. If we test it, create a new character, it should create a new save file, and it's going to give us all our values here. Ta-da, you guys just set up a whole character creation system in around 15 minutes. Good job. I'll hope to see you soon. If you guys want me to continue this series, or you want me to turn it into a series, I can, and I can teach you guys to set up a full-blown RPG with mod support and skills and quests. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy this content, and see ya.